So if you're not curled up watching our show, then you should be obviously curled up reading a book. But you know what? You could also multitask and watch us and read a book at the same time. I mean, it's a possibility,
Our
right?
commercial breaks are short.
Yeah, very short.
Okay, so let's talk about some of those books. We're going to start, Melanie, with your pick. So it's interesting that I know the three of us picked Becoming by Michelle Obama. Have you read that book, or you no interest in reading it?
No.
No? So tell me what you think about it. Did you read it, finished it, or are you reading it?
Read it. It was part of our book club picks, and I found it just like the strength that you have to be in a situation like that, to always keep like your, let's say, moral compass, and to be able to hold a family together, and like, let's say, all those outside distractions. I found it very inspirational the way she told the story, and I found that after I read it, I had admiration for her as a person and for her role in raising
kind of
her
a different
family.
light.
Yeah, and I enjoyed the book.
What do you think?
I think it just reinforced everything that I thought about her and was hoping would be true. And it felt like I was having a conversation with her. I mean, she writes like a real...
It's like she's talking to you.
Yeah.
I should get like kickback from them for this.
You should.
But you have a sense of, wow, I admired you before, and listening to you
And
now.
again, the strength, the moral compass, where she came from and where she ended up. And her absolute brilliance, I think.
Yeah, I enjoyed
So,
it.
yeah.
I typically don't like any biographies. Although on my coffee table I have two books, one on the Kennedys and one specifically on Jackie, because I find they were just
I'm a
something.
Kennedy freak too.
So,
I
but
don't read fiction.
Oh, really?
I figure I wrote it, so no, I like historical novels.
Well, and we'll go back and forth with
biographies,
some of those, because one of yours was the Becoming by Michelle Obama, but the other one too, which I also have on my list, is Girl Wash Your Face.
Yeah.
I've never
Are
heard of
you
this book.
surprised that I would
I
like
was
that?
actually very surprised. It's so light. You guys have to get this. There's Girl Wash Your Face.
Girl Stop Apologizing.
Yeah, Girl Stop Apologizing. She's just got a quirky
So is
way
this like
about
a
her.
girl power sort of?
I saw her on a talk show and I was intrigued. So
It's not your typical, like it's kind of like it's a little bit of empowering, but it's also kind of no holds barred. She just calls it like she sees it, about rearing children. And
well, it's broken into chapters, and it'll be the great lies you tell yourself. I will lose the weight.
Yeah.
I will be a better person. I will be a better mom. I will stop doing this. And it's like, no, you won't. Girl, go wash your face. Get up, move on.
it's kind of like get over yourself.
And she really is funny.
Lisa, so I have heard about a dozen people telling me, and just, I swear, the past month, that this book is great, The Nightingale.
It is.
I
very
read it.
good.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it about?
I couldn't put it down. So it's basically about two sisters that kind of had a really tragic childhood. They were split up in their childhood, and then the war came. And the one sister was, lived in a little village in France, and she was, the kind of mom that made jam and had her little garden and had her child, and she had the perfect little life, so to speak. And then the sister was a rebellious girl who could never stay in a boarding school. She was, just a rebellious girl. The father kind of, after the mom died, almost disowned the two girls. So they kind of were raised on their own. They raised themselves, so to speak. And then the war comes, and it's about what happens to their lives and how they kind of get reconnected in the end. It's a tragic story, really. It's sad, but it talks about the resilience and what they had to do to survive.
And you both.
The ending's
The ending's sad, but there's an end.